we slap boxing, right? Totally unprofessional. He's a E8, I'm an E5. That shouldn't be happening, but it is. We out there slap boxing, and every time I go in and get a clean, you know what I'm saying, kabang him loose, pause. That was wicked. Anytime I get a clean shot, I kind of just pull up and tap him lightly because it's all funny, you know what I'm saying, trying to hurt him or whatever. The one time he gets a clean shot, Maka! Knocks blood and spit out my face. I'm talking about hard as shit, bust my lip wide open. My shit is leaking. I felt like my head got slammed in between two elevator doors. Yo, I want to welcome y'all back to another episode of the Chronicles of Mike Murphy with your narrator, comedian Mike Murphy, man. Before we get started, man, please do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. Like, comment, share, tell a friend and tell a friend. It don't matter to me. Whatever you choose to do to help contribute to growing the audience on my channel, I greatly appreciate it because I said it before, I'll say it again. I am nothing without you guys, man. And it means the world to me that y'all support my channel, that y'all watch it, that y'all even allow me the opportunity to make y'all laugh, to entertain y'all, because there's a million content creators out there. Y'all could choose any one of those, but you guys are tapping in with me. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I greatly appreciate it. And it doesn't go unnoticed, man. So in today's episode, I'm gonna take y'all back to February 14th, Valentine's Day of 2006, when I knocked out my first sergeant in Iraq. But you know how I do. Before I can tell you how that happened, I got to rewind and take you back to where it all started. So August of 2005, my unit, I'm Field Artillery, 13 Bravo, cannon crew member. We shoot howitzers. In layman's terms, we shoot tanks from far out, right? We're in the field. We're doing a field problem. That's what it's called when you go off to the field for training. And the supply sergeant, he was an E5. I can't remember his name. I think his first name was Lamont. Bro, if you see this, man, shout you out. I can't remember his last name offhand, but basically he had a medical emergency out in the field, almost died. Like, I think I had like crazy asthma attack, something. I can't remember. I don't want to misspeak, but he had some bad medical condition while we was out in the field training, and it made him non-deployable. Now, you become non-deployable for a few different reasons. Medical conditions are usually one of them. Maybe you got custody of your kid and you're a single parent. That might make you non-deployable. There's a bunch of different things that can make you non-deployable. That is what made him non-deployable. So now we got to replace the supply sergeant with someone else. But here's the thing. We're a field artillery unit, and our supply sergeant should be a 92 Alpha, I believe. It should be someone who went to training, like they joined the Army for that, supply. Nah, not us. We have field artillery dudes just doing supply. So now that we got to replace him, they're not going to send us a 92. They're like, get someone else from the unit. My first sergeant, First Sergeant Montalvo, he was Dominican. He picks me. Now, before I even get into that, let me tell you about him. Let me give you his background. Everybody in the unit hated him, and I'm putting that kindly. Like, that's not even a strong enough word. He was a terrorist. Nobody liked him. He was a menace. He was about 5'4", about 140 pounds. And all he did was just hound you, get on you, yell at the top of his lungs. He's just like a flea on it, like a tick on a dog's ass, just annoying. No one liked him. So that's just, remember I said that. Everybody hates this dude. No one really likes him. He comes up to me and says, I'm making you the supply sergeant. I'm thinking, no, you not. I'm out in the field. I'm shooting the howitzers. I'm with my guys. I'm not doing that. Because to me, that was like bitch work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't no in the AC paper pushing dude. You know what I mean? I'm out. I'm getting my hands dirty. I'm like, why you picking me? And he was like, well, basically, I don't remember his exact words, but he basically was like, you from the hood. You from the ghetto. You slick. Like, you a gangster. He basically kind of like demeaning me, but saying like the traits you got from being that kind of dude gonna make you good at this job. And I'm like, please explain how being a former street dude makes you good at supply. You know what I mean? He was like, because a lot of times we trade within other units to get stuff we need, because in the Army, just like any other company, stuff's on back order. You might not be able to get it. So I remember one time we needed this map paper. Like, you put it over the maps to draw on it. I can't remember what it's called. No one had it, but another unit down the road had it. And he was like, go make that happen. And I went down there, sweet talked the other supply sergeant. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. I got this for you. Oh yeah, we'll make that happen. I come back like, yeah, I got it first, sergeant. He like, see, that's what I'm talking about. I shouldn't have done that because that made him like reassure that he picked the right person. So needless to say, I didn't want to do that job, but I got to do it. Fast forward 1 month. Me and my soldier, PFC Walker, they're sending us to Fort Irwin, California, to the National Training Center, NTC. This is what usually preps you for a war in Iraq or Afghanistan. It simulates the desert. We're going out there first. I forget what it's called when you go out there first. But we go out there first to recon everything, get everything situated. So when the unit comes out there, we already got it set up. Advanced party, that's what it's called. We go out there, advanced party. We go first, we get it situated. Yeah, hey, everything's good. We ready for y'all. Then they come. I remember we were in NTC when Hurricane Katrina happened. And I remember being worried because I had a boy that was a staff sergeant, Sergeant Connor. He's from New Orleans, so all his family was down there when it happened. And I remember hoping like, man, I hope his family's okay because that was my guy. And I knew that, that was going to be on his mind. They were good. You know what I mean? His family was straight. Anyways, the unit gets to NTC. We out there. The first week you spend in the, I think they call it the box. It's basically like you got showers. You're sleeping in tents, but you got showers, you got bathrooms. You go to the mess hall to eat. It's somewhat civilized. The next 2 weeks, you're out in the Dust Bowl where you're out there training. Baby wipes for showers, bullshit food, you know what I'm saying? You sleeping in vehicles. It's like you're going to be in a war. And then the last week, the final week, because you're out there for 4 weeks, you go back to the box to get everything situated, ship your stuff back, and then get ready to leave, out process. That's pretty much the gist of it. So one morning, I'm with First Sergeant because as a supply sergeant, what I do is me and Walker, my driver, we take out the food, the water, all that stuff to all the gun units. They're out there really putting in the work. I'm doing bitch work. They out there, you know what I mean? We take all that stuff out there. We collect all their trash, everything, they food, they plates, all that, and we bring it back. So basically we supplying them with that stuff. So when you get up with the first one, it's early in the morning. It's probably like 5 in the morning. And I see him out there like shadow boxing in front of the headlights of the Humvee. And I'm like, I do one of these. Like, hey, come on, sir. Let's show you some love. With that thick ass accent. I'm like, go ahead, Top. You weak as hell. Like, I'll tear you up. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking crazy to him. He like, yeah, come on. So we get out there. We slap boxing, right? Totally unprofessional. He's a E8. I'm an E5. That shouldn't be happening, but it is. We out there slap boxing. And every time I go in and get a clean, you know what I'm saying? Kabanging loose. Pause. That was wicked. Anytime I get a clean shot, I kind of just pull up and tap him lightly because it's all funny. You know what I'm saying? Trying to hurt him or whatever. The one time he gets a clean shot, Maka! Knocks blood and spit out my face. I'm talking about hard as shit. Bust my lip wide open. My shit is leaking. I felt like my head got slammed in between 2 elevator doors. He hit me hard as shit. I'm like, yo, that's what we doing? I really want to steal him now. I'm tight. Like, bro, what's wrong with you, man? Yo, the fuck, man? He like, oh, yeah. So now to pour salt on an open wound, when we're driving to each tank to give them their food and water and collect their trash and stuff, hey, look at Sarge, look at his lip, but he's talking shit. He's telling everybody he whooped me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, bro, we can't. Where I'm from, we got to do this again. I'm like, nah, let's do it right now, bro. Like, you ain't about to keep talking crazy. He like, no, we'll get the gloves. I'm like, all right, bro. So I'm going to make this part of the story a little bit faster because it's irrelevant. Basically, we set a date to put on boxing gloves in the motor pool. That's where we park the tanks and the Humvees and stuff at, and have like a boxing match with gloves on. But it never happens because every time it's lined up to take place, I'm on leave. He's on leave. Oh, we're sending the equipment to the rail yard to ship it to Kuwait. Like, it was always a reason why we couldn't do it. So basically it wasn't happening. Fast forward, we get to Iraq. And my wife at the time, I was like, yo, could you mail me my boxing gloves? I want to hit the bag while I'm out here for like cardio. Now, I'm not no boxer. I'm not nice like that. Like, I can street fight, but I don't know nothing about like no boxing shit. You know what I'm saying? I just want them strictly for cardiovascular endurance purposes. Wifey sends me the gloves. And mind you, these joints is like 16-ounce joints, the pound, the big, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? These are heavy joints. She sends me them. I got them on top of my wall locker in my little trailer on a camp we staying at. So we had set it up to box that day, the 14th, at like 4 o'clock, I think. So the task that my unit was doing was we had 8-hour shifts, 3 8-hour shifts, a morning guard shift, the afternoon and the evening. So the 4 o'clock would have let the morning and the night shift be able to watch the boxing match. The afternoon shift will be on duty. So it was scheduled for Valentine's Day. I remember him saying, I'm giving out love today. He was talking like Ace from I'm giving out love, baby. Yeah, come around here. I'm giving out love. It's love today. That's how he was talking to me. I'm not even exaggerating. We got it set up, supposed to be 4 o'clock, whatever. Someone gets caught with liquor early that morning or something like that in their room. That's a no-go over there. People was doing it, but you ain't allowed. So then they do this health and welfare inspection, which is basically you check in the rooms, make sure there's no drugs, no alcohol, nothing like that. They're doing a health and welfare mad early. Now, granted, I worked the night shift. So I got off at I'm working like the 10 to 6 in the morning. I get off at 6. They doing the health and welfare at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'm tight. I'm in line I got all my soldiers in line with me, yo. They checking the trailers. When they go to my room, first sergeant see the gloves. Like, oh, we could put them on right now. I'm like, bro, come on, bro. I'm tired. I don't feel like boxing right now. You know what I'm saying? And he's thinking I'm making excuses. He's like, no. Come on, Sarge. Come on, Sarge. I'm like, oh, bro, go ahead. I'm tired. We going to do it later or whatever. He's like, nah, we doing it now. All right. You got me fucked up. Let's go. I put the gloves on. He put the gloves on. We boxing, right? Now, little do I know, 2 people were filming it from 2 different angles on handy cams. This is 06. They're filming it, right? Me and him boxing. Now, and I got a video of this. I'm going to post it at the end so you can watch it. We boxing, but he keeps grabbing me, keeps pushing me. He's doing all this shit. He's not boxing. I'm trying to hit him with the punches. He keeps grabbing me. And I guess that's the smart thing to do when I got 6 inches on you, pause. Hey, yo. When I got the height advantage and clearly the weight advantage, I guess you're gonna grab. But it's frustrating me. And I told you I'm not no boxer, so I don't know how to get, push him off and none of that. I'm getting frustrated. So he pushes me one time and I trip over the uneven concrete in front of my room. And I kind of stumble out a little bit. When I turn around, he's rushing me oh shit. So I just kind of throw out a jab just to keep him off me. And then he goes and throws a wild punch and I duck it and I come up. Wow! Lights out, right? You'll see it in the video. I ain't even gonna explain that no more, right? Hits the ground. He's out. I'm talking about blood everywhere. I'm like, oh shit. I ain't gonna front. I'm a tough dude. That kind of fucked me up. Cause I didn't hate the dude that much to see. I thought he was dead. I'm keeping it a bean. I thought homie was out. It looked crazy. When you see the video, you'll think the same thing. It looked bad. I was like, oh shit. Everybody's picking him up. He's out. They medevac him, right? He got to go to Germany. I think he had 11 surgeries on his face. So whatever side he landed on, I think it was his left side, he shattered his eye socket. It cut down into his cheekbone, broke his cheekbone, and then came back down on his cheek in like a Z. So he had eye socket, cheekbone, and jaw all shattered and cut open. It wasn't from my punch. The punch knocked him out, but him just landing on the ground on this crazy concrete without even bracing his fall is what did that to his face. They medevac him out of there, right? I'm in my room with my section chief, Soren Campbell, and we playing PlayStation. And I hear a knock at the door. This is probably maybe 30, 45 minutes later. It's my first sergeant. My sergeant major, Sergeant Major Williams. We open the door. He's like, what the fuck is you doing? Now, he's a big, tall, black motherfucker from Atlanta, from Georgia somewhere. I mean, he looks scary. You know what I mean? And he like, what the fuck's going on? I'm like, what you at ease? He's like, well, knock it off. You knocked out the first sergeant? I'm like, yeah. What? He looking at me crazy because the story he's being told is I just attacked him. I'm sick of this shit. Knocked him out. He's not knowing it was a match that First Sergeant made me partake in. So I'm like, my section chief's like, no, Sergeant Major. He told him to put the gloves on, brother. He's like, wait, what? This was like a sanction, no risk assessment. In the military, you got to do a risk assessment for everything. If I'm going more than 200 miles on the weekend, like if I'm stationed in Killeen and I want to go to Houston, I got to fill out a paper, turn in a risk assessment, all that just to get permission. He's like, no risk assessment, no, there's no padding down. Whose idea was this? Sergeant Campbell, like, it was First Sergeant's side. He was saying he didn't want to do it. He made him put the gloves on. He's like, what? All right, shit, man. I got bad information. I got bad intel. That's what he said. He's like, I'll be back. He leaves. Now they know there's a film. They looking for it. The one dude, he just deletes it because he feel like he got evidence. He just deletes it. They go to his room. He's like, no, I got rid of it. I was scared. He's like, yo, you ain't gonna get in trouble. I just want to see the video. I deleted it. Sergeant Goss, he's a staff sergeant. He was like all into the technology. YouTube had just came out. He posted this shit on YouTube. I probably was one of the first people to ever go viral on YouTube. We in Iraq, he posted a video on YouTube. I mean, knocking First Sergeant out. I swear to God, like I told you, that was like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. When I went to chow at like noon, maybe 1 o'clock, I'm walking to the mess hall from my room. Cats from other units is like, oh, you the dude that knocked Top out. Top is what you call First Sergeant in the military. Yo, you knocked Top out? I'm like, what? Like, bro, I seen the video. Yo, that's dude. Hey, Sergeant, you crazy. Yo, I'm like, what the? I call home. My boys is like, yo, bro, I seen the video. You knocking out somebody. Y'all had boxing gloves? It was you? I'm like, yo, what? I was viral. Didn't know what viral was at the time. YouTube just came out. When you watch this video, Google when YouTube came out. This video was uploaded February 14, 2006. YouTube was not even a year old yet. You know what I'm saying? It was new, but I went viral. Everybody knew about it. For weeks, yo, you the dude. It felt good, right? So fast forward, after First Sergeant gets all those surgeries and heals, he comes back months later. They did demoted him, but he didn't lose rank. In the military, in the Army, you got E8 is the pay grade. You got First Sergeant and you got Master Sergeant. The difference is a Master Sergeant he's not in charge of soldiers. He might be in like an office position. He might be in charge of like transportation, or he works with a general or something. First Sergeant is in charge of soldiers. He's running a company, a battery, a battalion, a brigade. He's doing something like that. So basically, they took him from a First Sergeant to make him a Master Sergeant. You don't get no soldiers. You want to have these unsanctioned boxing matches? You think you Ryan Garcia? Out of here, bro. Go do something else. It benefited him because he ended up getting a position that should have been held by like a E9, like a Sergeant Major. So when he's getting his NCOER, which is a non-commissioned officer evaluation report, they're rating him like, oh, you're doing a job above what your pay grade is. That makes him look better. So he makes E9 on the first look. It worked out for him, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he's an internet sensation for getting knocked out, but he still made rank. When he came back, I remember I was at the gym working out, and I'm walking back to my trailer, and Cats is like, yo, First Sergeant back, you better watch out. They all telling me like I should watch out. I'm like, nigga, you ain't see the video? Why would I be? Why he should be watching out? I knocked him out. Ain't nobody worried about him. So when I see him, he basically apologizes. Yo, I'm not mad at you. You know, it was my fault. You know, I got love for you. I'm still thinking like, I don't bang with you. So whatever. We shook hands and shit. And that was it. I still got to respect him because he's an E8. I'm only an E5. So they move him somewhere else. We never see him again. I ran into him one other time, and the whole side of his face was still bruised bad. Like, I'm not lying, when he had like 11, maybe 13 surgeries on his face. It was bad. I never seen him after that one last time where his face was messed up, and that was it. He was gone. But I was on the internet viral for knocking First Sergeant out, and I'm gonna post the video at the end of this so y'all can see it. But yeah, that's my story of how I knocked my First Sergeant Montalvo out in Iraq. Valentine's Day, I was the one giving love, boy. Anyway, these are the Chronicles of Mike Murphy, man. Before we get out of here, please, please, please do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Like, share, comment, tell a friend. Any way that you can contribute to growing the audience on my channel, I greatly appreciate it, because, again, without you, there is no me. I'm forever thankful, man. Until next time, you guys be safe. I'm out.